Hi, Lindsay. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, great. Alrighty, so I see Lindsay has joined us, Michael has joined us, Tiffany has joined us, Deeanne has joined us. Alrighty, great. So we're just waiting for more people to join. I'm gonna let it sit here for about 5 minutes or so, and just see if we can get more people to join. I reposted the link on Twitter, Facebook, and on our Instagram story, so hopefully we'll see if anybody else comes in. If not, we will go ahead and start with everything at 12:36. Oh, my time, 12:36 my time, PST. Whatever that converts to all of your time zones. 2:36 Central Time and 3:36 Eastern Time. I know, Tiff, you have to get put a profile picture on your account. But Tiffany just made her account literally earlier this week. So welcome, Tiffany, to Instagram. This is her first time. Tiffany was also supposed to be my co-host today, but she unfortunately is not feeling well. Her lymph nodes are swollen. She has a sore throat, and so it was going to be very difficult for her to talk. So she is going to just be in the chat today. All of her things that she was going to say, I will read out loud so that we can still get all of the content that we wanted. Hope everybody's having a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. It is 12:30 on Sunday here, so I had a lazy morning and was just getting up at 11 o'clock today. So glad it wasn't too early. It's been really rainy over here in California, so it has been crazy. A lot of Southern California, Northern California is like completely flooded. So it's been a little crazy. I don't know if any of you guys are watching the NFL playoffs that started this week, but my team is going strong. I'm a 49ers fan. So let me know if any of you all are watching the NFL playoffs and who you are rooting for. Hi, Phaedra. Alrighty, so it looks like we have our whole team here, so that's good. Let's see if we can get any others to join in. Maybe I should send it to people who are on. Let's see who I can send it to. Deb is on Instagram. She should head here. I'm gonna just send it to a bunch of our followers to see if we can get anybody else to join in. All right. Mike said he's a Cowboys fan. Yup. Cowboys. Are they playing this week? Or are they going to play next week? Angry Sacrum. That is a really good screen name. Okay, well, we are at 12:36 here my time. So I will go ahead and start. Hopefully we get some more viewers coming in. If not, it's all good. Hopefully this will be a good discussion and we can all kind of just come together and talk about our goals. So again, Welcome everybody. My name is Leila. I am the Health Education and Engagement Manager here at AiArthritis. And today we are going to be having our January community chat. Last month in December, we were on Facebook Live, and this month we are on Instagram Live. For the next few months, we're going to be switching off and just seeing how it goes, if we want to keep this schedule, or if we want to stick to one of the platforms. But everything that we do here is always evolving fluidly, so we will see how what best comes about each different platform, and then we will kind of go from there. And today's topic is going to be goal setting for the new year, whether that be personal, professional, or health related goals. We're welcome to share all of them. And we're also going to be sharing our org's goals for this for this year. So Tiffany has prepared those to share with everybody. So again, my name is Leila Deeanne, and I am the Health Education Manager here at AiArthritis. I am a person living with lupus nephritis and Sjogren's syndrome, and I am so happy for everybody to be here, and I am excited to speak about all of our goals together. And so our community chats are basically a way for us to get to know our community, kind of have a more casual space so that we can speak with our people who have AiArthritis diseases, their friends and family, maybe some rheumatologists, anybody who's really interested in any of the things that we do. We would love to invite people outside our community to get to know what we do. And basically we just want to make sure that, people understand what our organization does, who we are, and we want to be able to connect with everyone. We do a lot of projects and we do a lot of different programs, but we wanted to have a space to really have our community speak to us too. And I'm going to go ahead and let all of the other staff members introduce themselves in the chat, which they are already doing. Thank you so much. We have Tiffany, the CEO of AiArthritis and original founder, living with axial spondy. And we have Lindsay, public policy manager, psoriatic arthritis, and her oldest child has CRMO, a rare AiArthritis disease. And if I can have Phaedra, Michael, and Deeanne introduce themselves also. You guys are going to see me drinking my giant water bottle a few times while we are in this chat because I am talking all by myself. So I'm going to need this. I also am going to put some of my moisturizing mouth spray because I have Sjogren's syndrome, so my mouth gets really dry. So I am going to do that real quick. Alrighty, well, we have our other staff members in the chat also. We have, there we go, Phaedra. She is a project assistant with AiArthritis. She has Hashimoto's thyroiditis and working to get a diagnosis for some kind of arthritis. And Mike is a new addition to AiArthritis. He lives with psoriatic arthritis. And he's also going to be helping with volunteers and other different administrative work. Deeanne is volunteer administrative assistant. She has psoriatic arthritis and borderline rheumatoid arthritis. Who knows what else? I feel you on that, Deeanne. Sometimes I'm just like, are my diagnoses correct? There's just so many possibilities of the different symptoms and they overlap so much. So it's kind of difficult to get a full solid diagnosis. I just wanted to shout out a few different people who joined the chat while we were introducing ourselves. Hi August, how are you? I see Docma_Co, Marianne, thanks for joining us. And we also have Holistic Health Coach, for life. Kemi, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And so just to reiterate, we are going to be discussing our different goals today, whether it be your personal, professional, or health related goals. We want to go ahead and just start talking about them and, get everybody's feedback on our goals and things like that. Okay, and let's see. Now I'm going to have Tiffany go ahead and discuss AiArthritis mission. And she's going to go ahead and send some different points in the chat so that we can go ahead and get to know our organization a little bit better. Our organization our official name is the International Foundation for Autoimmune and Autoinflammatory Arthritis, or we call it AiArthritis for short. And so Tiffany will go ahead and let us know a little bit more about the organization. She said, I started as undifferentiated disease, then rheumatoid arthritis, and then changed to AxSpA, and also Behçet's is on my list. Yeah, so she has had a crazy diagnosis story. It took a while to get her the perfect or the right diagnosis, and sometimes we don't even know if that's correct. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate on having a really crazy journey to get a diagnosis. I know that a lot of people go years sometimes with pain and things like that. And okay, Tiffany, I'll go ahead and read it from our other chat so I can read that out loud. So Tiffany says that the International Foundation for Autoimmune and Autoinflammatory Arthritis, which we call AiArthritis for short, is a unique organization for many reasons. One, we are the only organization in the world who narrows down the 100 plus autoimmune and autoinflammatory diseases, to only about 24 that include inflammatory arthritis as a major component. Autoimmune arthritis diseases and autoinflammatory arthritis diseases. Okay. We are global and we are open 24/7, so people affected by our diseases, both our staff or volunteers, can contribute when they feel best. And everything we do is based first on having conversations with you, patient to patient, so that we can identify new ways to address issues we all care about and impact education, awareness, advocacy, public policy, and research. And did you know that most people leading the organization are living with our diseases? That includes our volunteers too. We consider them leaders as well. So we went through that earlier so that you can see that all of us, for the most part, are affected by our diseases in some way, whether they're trying to get a diagnosis, are already diagnosed, have been living with the diseases for a very long time. Pretty much our whole staff has one of our diseases or is affected by it. And that's something that we really pride ourselves in, saying that we don't represent the patient voice, we are the patient voice. And that's one of our taglines that we have, and we really live to it every day. I mean, today is a perfect example where Tiffany was supposed to be my co-host today, but she unfortunately is not feeling well. And so we make sure that we can adjust, pivot, and do as much as we can with our circumstances. And that's how we take everything in life when we have these types of diseases. Planning is very essential, but plans don't always work out. And so you have to be flexible and be comfortable with doing things on the fly sometimes, or, postponing things when that needs to happen also. And I think that that's something that, not just people with our diseases can adapt from and learn from. But I think that either way, it can be really great to just see that, yeah, sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes people aren't feeling well. And things just have to go, the way they weren't planned, but the show goes on, and that's how it is. And unfortunately, any day of the week, it could be, I'm not feeling well, Lindsay's not feeling well, Michael's not feeling well, Phaedra's not feeling well. And that's just something that we understand at our organization, because so many of us are living with these diseases that we know. You could be fine one day, you can not be fine the next. You could be fine 1 hour and not be fine the next hour. So it's something that is very common with all of us. Alrighty. And so that was just a little bit from Tiffany about us, AiArthritis, what we do, and how we do it. I think I want to emphasize again that she said that a lot of our projects and programs start out with different conversations that we've had with patients and volunteers and participants in the past. And that's how we are able to come up with creative and innovative ways to address that issue or help with that problem or find more research about that problem. Tiffany said that it takes a lot for her to call in, but her throat really hurts. She has swollen lymph nodes, which, I mean, you can all probably relate to. It's, these things just come up randomly. And unfortunately, the work that we had to do today was talking. I know that if it was just typing like she is now, that she would be, like she said, it takes a lot for her to call in. So, it's just unfortunate that we were supposed to be on camera and talking today. So that's the biggest thing. But we're going to go ahead and start out with AiArthritis's goals. And then I would love after that for staff to participate and be able to share their own goals. If anybody is comfortable with being on camera and sharing their goals, that would be perfect. Let me know and I will add you to the chat or add you to the video so that you can share your goals on the camera. But I'm going to go ahead and start out with AiArthritis's goals for 2023. And just like many of you have goals for the new year, at AiArthritis, we do too. Here's 3 that we hope will help our organization and mission to help you and others, like many of us living with AiArthritis diseases. First is Beyond Borders, or focusing strongly on the international in our name. No matter where in the world you live, there are issues we are all dealing with, and the more we talk about how to solve these issues and unite to address those issues, the better our lives can be. Examples: access to treatment/therapies and being able to try and use ones that may work for unique needs, access to doctors/specialists, or even finding one who listens as we need them to if we have access, delays in diagnosis, invisible disease, not being believed of severity, diversity and inclusion, just to name a few. What issues do you think we all deal with no matter where we are in the world we live? So basically, she's just saying that no matter what, in the whole world, like there are people that have our diseases and there are access issues, whether they be more severe or less severe than any other country, but they still do have those issues. Finding specialists is one really big one. There is a big shortage in rheumatologists, so that's one of the biggest things. And we really want to make sure that we emphasize the international part of our name and make sure that we are catering to everyone around the globe and not just those in the US. And we want to make sure that everybody has access to the same information that we do. Access to medications, especially financially, is an issue. Yes, that is so true, Deeanne. I mean, there's just so many different things with our diseases that are so expensive, so many different medications that it's really frightening to know, oh, I could have had this medication that could really help me, but I couldn't afford it. Like, that's a really unfortunate situation to be in, and something that someone shouldn't have to be in. You know what I mean? Like, healthcare, unfortunately, in many countries isn't a right. It's a privilege. And it's unfortunate. A lot of us don't have the money to be able to pay for $30,000 medications every month, and may not even have money for the insurance. So it's pretty tough. In the JIA community getting accommodations for students, that is so true too, Michael. I had no idea that in college I could have gotten any accommodations for my lupus, and I can only imagine accommodations for those that are in elementary school, middle school, high school, when you really aren't feeling that well. It's crazy to think that people think that just because they're children that they don't suffer with pain and chronic pain. Let's see what else is going on in the comments. Tiffany said, some things we have learned by talking to other patients and patient organizations around the world. We realize we need to unite to solve problems, big issues, access. And finding a doctor. Okay, I am going to take a sip of my water again. Okay, so AiArthritis's first goal of the year is to expand our international part of our organization. And our second goal is team expansion, staff and volunteers. And that is exactly what we are doing. Mike and Deeanne are our new additions to our staff, and they will be starting tomorrow. Well, today technically. And we are looking for a lot more volunteers, volunteers that have a variety of different backgrounds and skill sets. So please let us know if you are interested in volunteering. If you just want to get a feel of what our organization is like and get some information about our programs, you can also join the AiArthritis Voices program first before you go ahead and sign up to be a volunteer, so that you can kind of see the different projects and programs that we have. The AiArthritis Voices program also just shares a lot of opportunities to participate in different learning opportunities and different things like that. So there's the volunteering, which of course we appreciate all of our volunteers that are here day in, day out. And we also have a program called AiArthritis Voices, where you kind of can dip your toe in participating in different things. So there's a lot of options for that, but we definitely do want to expand our team. We're looking for someone to help with fundraising and things like that. And then for our third goal for AiArthritis, to become a household name. We have a lot of problems to address and resources to share and create, but our success relies on people knowing we exist. That's part of why we're doing these community chats. We hope many more people will offer opinions and share stories of their experiences to improve our projects, but we also hope people will talk about us and tell their friends and doctors about us so that they can connect with our resources too. And that is also a part of our AiArthritis Voices program, is we connect our resources with doctors' offices, whether they be rheumatologists, primary care offices. We want to make sure that, a lot of more people know about us and what we do. So thank you all for being here, whether you stopped in for a few minutes or you're just checking it out. We really appreciate you stopping in and learning about our organization, what we do, and the different diseases that we help with. All right, I'm going to go back to looking at the chat. Tiffany said, we have a project right now that's with juvenile arthritis, not for access of accommodations, but it is about improving communication between families and doctors. Phaedra said, I think the bigger issue is having doctors actually listen. So often, many aren't aware of new diagnoses or treatments. and pain is dismissed. I think it's getting better, but we still have a long way to go. Yes, the issue of feeling validated by doctors is huge, and we are addressing this with our talk show and Go With Us to Conferences programs. Yes, absolutely. I think that one of the biggest things is feeling pushed aside when you're in a doctor's office. I feel like the more that I ask questions sometimes, the more that they pull away. And it's frustrating because I think that I also get nervous when the doctor isn't responding to my questions or like in a productive way. And so it can definitely be tough. And so those were our three goals for this year. And I want to open up the floor to everyone else to discuss their 3 goals that they want to share, personal, professional, and health related. And so I can go ahead and start us off. My first personal goal is going to be to focus on myself and focus on improving things about myself that I think that could be improved, whether it be my time management, my focus, and basically being able to juggle all the different things that I want to do. I have, just a lot of different hobbies and a lot of different relationships and goals that I want to meet this year. Another goal that I've shared with some of the staff before is that my fiance, Joseph, and I want to see all of the NBA stadiums in the US, or it's actually not just in the US because it's in Canada too. So all the NBA stadiums. And so we want to knock off at least 2 or 3 of those this year. And so that's one of my personal goals. Professionally, I want to really take AiArthritis to the next level. I want to be able to help with making our name a household name, getting ourselves out there to different community events, and sharing our resources with a bunch of different audiences, not just those who have AiArthritis disease, but definitely those who may also just be affected by AiArthritis disease. Like Tiffany always says that I think it's 1 in 5 people have our diseases, and so it's just crazy to know that we could reach a lot more people if we don't just focus on people who are already diagnosed, but also try and reach out to different types of communities to see if we can help those that are in the process of being diagnosed or newly diagnosed, and things like that. So I really want to be able to go out into the community in different events and speak to people about our diseases and about our organization. So that's one of my biggest professional goals. I also want to get my Certified Health Education Specialist certificate. I think that that'll help me a lot with helping to plan projects and make sure that we're getting the most out of all of our educational materials that we're making. Tiffany said 1 in 10 people have our diseases. So, that could be, if you're standing in line at a grocery store, maybe one person in that line has our diseases. So it's definitely very common that, even if you don't know it, that someone very close to you may have our diseases. And my last goal, my health related goal, is going to be to help or is going to be to start preparing my body to be able to have a child. With our diseases, it's a little bit more complicated, having to, get off of medication and things like that. So I want to basically lose weight so that I can feel comfortable with, housing a baby in my body. And then also working on whatever I need to with my health to make sure that I can get off of my medication before taking out my birth control. And so it's kind of like a whole year to 2 year process to even like start to transition off the medications to get ready to have a baby. So that's one of my health related goals. Basically just focusing on my health with the goal of preparing to have a baby in the next few years. So that's what one of my health related goals is. I also health related am wanting to do whatever I can to help preserve my teeth or fix my teeth. I've been undiagnosed with Sjogren's for a few years, I believe, and so my teeth have taken a beating with all the dry mouth. So I want to work on that. I just started oil pulling, which is apparently supposed to help with cavities and things like that, and making your teeth clean. And so, yeah, that's what I want to work on this year. So those are my goals. I'm going to go ahead and start looking at in the chat for anybody else who wants to share their goals. Again, if you would like to share your goals on camera, you can request to join the live, or you can send me a message in the chat, and I will go ahead and invite you all to be on camera, whoever wants to, if you want to share your goal. So please let me know. I'm going to go ahead and start reading these. Tiffany said, I really need more personal time. Been working about 60 to 70 hours a week and hoping with new staff and volunteers, I'll be able to make that happen. Yes, Tiffany, we want you to have more personal time. So please let us know whatever we can do to help you. It's unhealthy for you to be working 60 to 70 hours a week. I know that you're super passionate about our organization, and we love that about you, but you do need some extra personal time. So I agree. Lindsay said, I'm working on elevating our public policy program in 2023. We are well on our way, and this year is going to be huge. Tiffany said, we always say everyone is the public before they are a patient, and that's why we hope to improve education for the public, what to look for, auto plus arthritis symptoms, and go to a rheumatologist if able. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. Just educating the general public on the different symptoms that include our diseases, so that they can be more aware and know that it's not rare to have these symptoms, and that if you do, maybe you should, do what you can to address it, speaking to your primary care doctor and maybe getting referred to a rheumatologist. Okay, I see that Phaedra said she could try on camera, so I'm going to invite. Okay, Mike said, professionally, I want to provide value to this organization. Personally, I want to try to go into remission through diet and try to get off my meds. Got it. Yeah, no, definitely. We're super excited to have you at the organization to help us with, a lot of the different things that sometimes we need help with. So that's definitely going to be a really big asset to us. And diet can be a really big thing when it comes to our diseases. And sometimes, you don't get to that point of being able to adjust your diet until, obviously all of your symptoms have gone down or in your remission. Like it's really difficult to adjust your diet, but I commend you for that, because it is a really hard thing to do. Okay, it did say that you are unable to join Phaedra. Unfortunately, I think it's because you are on the desktop. I can try on camera, give your voice a break. Yeah. It gave me a notification saying you were unable to join. I'm going to invite you one more time. Let's see. Hi, Deb. maybe Deb would want to share some of her some of her goals on the camera. Just kidding. But yeah, so I see that. Let's see if anybody else has said anything about their goals. Alrighty. Oh, sorry, Deanne. Let me see if I can try you. Hi, Estella. Estella, today we're talking about our different goals, a personal goal, a health-related goal, and a professional goal. If you want to join in the conversation, even if you want to join on camera, I'm going to send you an invitation. But if not, you can go ahead and send it over via text if you have any goals that you want to share with us for the new year. And Tiffany said that, yes, Estella is the president of Loops for Lupus and one of our talk show co-hosts. Deanne, if you are able to switch over to phone, that would be great. Okay. Phaedra said, my goal is to meet with the rheumatologist and finally get a formal diagnosis for my back, aside from SI joint dysfunction, which is what I was diagnosed with in 2010. That's definitely a great goal. I do think that, yeah, just getting your foot in the door to a rheumatologist would be great. Professionally, Phaedra is working on getting her master's of public health. Yay! Alrighty, if we don't have anybody else saying their goals right now, I'm going to go ahead and shift over to just talking about goals in general. So I'm sure that many of you have, oh, okay, I think Deanne is able to come up on video, so let's see. But there we go.
Hello.
Yay, we have
Sorry, my
Deanne
hair's not
here.
done because I had a headset on before, so I was hiding it. But now it's kind of stopping. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. I think you're okay.
Oh,
It was going in and out a little bit before, but you're good.
okay.
So
So did you?
any goals that you have, Deanne, for this year?
Uh, well, um, you know, I my first one was also to lose weight for my health. And I have high blood pressure now, plus just the what it does to your joints. So I figure I need to do that. So figure we'll start small. Try to get 30, 40 pounds for the whole year. But that's definitely what I want. That's kind of my personal and health goals. Because I also would have a lot of clothes that I would love to wear again, but steroids are evil, and
Yes.
so I think we all understand that one. And that's been most of my problem so far. So it's going to be difficult, but that's the main thing. Professionally, you guys have kind of made that goal happen. I wanted to, wanted to work from home because I have a couple of prospects that were, outside of the home, and I was, having to deal with accommodations and just all sorts of things, and it wasn't happening. Um, and then also it's, a place I believe in and, love and want to work for. So I think that will be like, night and day from other jobs I've had in the past. So you guys have kind of, you know, supplied that goal for me. Now I got to make some new ones. Um, and then let's see, what was,
Well, it was personal, health related, and professional, but you kind of
okay, so
combine the
yeah,
two.
yeah,
I
personal
think
and
that's
health are together.
one of the big things is like nobody talks about how hard it is to lose the prednisone weight. Like any steroids, like I've been on steroids several different times in my life, and I feel like I've never lost the weight. So it's just like compounding every single time I get,
Yeah,
added steroids. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I've struggled with my whole life is gaining weight from steroids. So
yeah,
I totally understand you in that aspect.
yeah. And I'm on a very, very low, but daily. And we'd love for that to end, sooner rather than later, but we
You
don't have
know,
the timeline
the
for that.
funniest thing is that I was on 2.5 milligrams for the longest time, and then I got COVID, and they were like, "You have to stop the prednisone," and I'm like, "Okay." So then I just stopped it after I was done with COVID, and I just sucked it up because I was like, I know that I need to get off of this, so I just, I just. I was in so much pain, but I just sucked it up after because I was like, I know I need to get off of it.
Yeah, I do that often. Yeah, I'm on 7 right now.
Ugh,
Gotten down to there.
man.
We gotta keep trying, but keep going down.
But yeah, yes, and also congratulations again with your new position here. It changed my life being able to have a community of coworkers that know exactly, for the most part, what I'm going through, and also to be able to work at any time. That has also really helped me too, to get a lot of stuff done when I feel my best. So hopefully you find the same kind of community with us because it really changes a lot for me.
Yeah, I've been volunteering for at least 7 years. I would think something like that, minimum. So I definitely, I definitely already love everything. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining on camera. I'm so happy
yeah.
that we got somebody to join. So I'm going to go ahead and continue reading everybody else's goals that are in the chat. But thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it.
Right, I just have to figure out how to get off.
I know.
Nope, that didn't do it.
I'm gonna do it. There we go. Okay, I think that we got that. I'm going to go back to reading some of the goals in the chat. So we have Estella. One of my personal goals is to connect with friends more often and let them know how grateful I am to have them in my life. That is such a great goal. I think that after the pandemic, it's been interesting trying to get back to seeing friends that I don't see very often. I have like 4 or 5 friends that I see often, but other than that, I haven't felt comfortable like reaching out to others. So that's a really great goal, Estella. And also more mindful and practice more self-care. Yes, I agree. And Estella said that she is grateful to have the AI team in her life. We are so grateful to have you too. And let's see. Angry, Saquon, or Phaedra said work from home is amazing. I'm so grateful to have that opportunity too. Yes, it is. It has really changed a lot for me. And Estella said, my daughter just reminded me that I also need to take time off and enjoy it. So on that note, heading out to have lunch and enjoy family time. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, Estella. We really appreciate it. Phaedra was commenting on the steroid weight from 2010 that stuck around for years, and then fertility treatments add to it even more. Yeah, it is. mm, the steroid weight is a lot. Like I was first on prednisone when I was 8 years old, and I gained 50 pounds as an 8 year old and dealt with so much bullying when I was a little kid. And then to then go back on prednisone when I was 18 was it like shattered my confidence for a really long time. And I gained 60 pounds that time. And then when I was 23, another round of prednisone, I gained 120 pounds that time. So it has been crazy. Tiffany said, if I could share photos in the comments, I'd show us spending time with you and Looms or Lupus at the ACR conference. Yes, we had so much time, like so much of a good time at that dinner that we had with Juana and Estella. The Italian food was amazing, and it was like this little hole in the wall that we just randomly found, and it was so fun. Deb said, goals, follow doctor's orders, eat healthy, cheating allowed. Yes, don't feel like you have to deprive yourself. There's some times where you can just eat a cookie and it's going to be fine. Thank you for joining us, Pushkar. We really appreciate it and hope you get some information on finding more about your disease. And if you do want to reach out to us, you can feel free to DM us, and we can help provide you with any more education that we can find to help you. I know. I'm so bummed that you missed that dinner too, Lindsay. I'm so sorry that we talked about how good the food was because it was so good. And they even had gluten-free pasta. And we were like, darn it, I wish we could send it to Lindsay back in Sacramento from here. Tiffany said, steroids are so hard. I gained 25 in a couple months in 2019, and then I had to be on 30 milligrams a day to calm my system down. Yes, Pushkar, the next live is going to be in on February 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you follow us here on Instagram, I will put out a few different reminders the week before. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and start doing our outro. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us today. I wanted to talk a little bit about just goals in general. I know everybody's probably heard about SMART goals. So when creating your goals, it's always very important to write them down. Even if you don't go back to them for a while, schedule a time to go back to them. I would recommend every quarter to see how you are progressing on those goals. So with goals, you want the SMART goals. The SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based, so that you include all of those attributes to your goals. You should be able to see the progress that you have or have not made, and then adjust after each time that you check in on the goals to make sure that you are making yourself attainable, achievable goals. Also, throughout for this year with goal setting, I've also started this template with my friend. We did a goal setting weekend, and we kind of started to talk about this, but the different categories that you would make your goals in are health and wellness, career, relationships, and lifestyle / finances, which is kind of what we did today too. And some statements that you could use to make goals. You can start them out with, I want to have, I want to be, I want to quit, I want to try, I want to start, I want to continue. And it's also important to maybe have a word or phrase or quote of the year, so that you kind of have a general idea of what your goal or vision is. And my two phrases for 2023 is going to be financial stability and baby prep. So those are going to be my two phrases that I want to kind of keep in my mind. So whenever I am struggling with my goals, like losing weight. I can remember what I'm doing these things for. So I would recommend you to have like a little phrase in your head that you can think about whenever you are, trying to achieve your goals. And so, again, I wanted to announce that our next community chat will be Wednesday, February 15th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live. So Pushkar, I will reach out to you and let you know about that. And I'm going to see if I can, well, basically, what we're going to do after each of these chats is come up with a takeaway. It'll be in the form of a post, an Instagram post. Yes, would love to share those goal starting statements on our page. We can all post throughout the year. Yes, I will go ahead and create an Instagram post with this template of the goal setting, and we can definitely make sure that we can give it to all the different people that joined today. And I will be creating the topic for next month sometime this week, so we can announce what the topic's going to be, and so that we can all prepare to come with any ideas, statements that we would like to on that topic. And yes, thank you again so much for being here, for participating, and for joining in the conversation. I'm very excited for all that we have coming up here in the new year with AiArthritis and with our personal lives. The new year is not the only time when you can start goals. You can start goals at any time of the year. The new year is just kind of a nice time to refresh and restart and, get yourself in the right mindset. But just know that goals are never ending. They are always there. And you can always start a new goal, start a new journey, and you're the controller and the leader of your future, and goals are just the start of this. So I'm so excited for everybody to go and crush their goals this year. And thank you so much again for everybody for being here, and we'll do this again next month. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Leila Lagandaan, Health Education and Engagement Manager with AiArthritis. I will be the main host on all of these community chats going out throughout the year. It's going to be on the 15th of every month, no matter if it's a Saturday, a Tuesday, a Thursday. We will be here every 15th of the month, so I can't wait to see all of you then. And have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you.